Really, I got it. That's where it came in.
Oh, I think I remember this one. I think I remember this one.
That is a big chunk, isn't it?
Yeah, big old, what looks like a chunk of wax to start with. So I believe we're going to go straight in with the standard size ulnar tube here. This patient has already been using oil before coming into us. You can see that kind of sparkly little sort of sheen of wetness around the wax. So we're going to take away this front section here.
It's like a big boulder, isn't it?
It's almost like a little pellet of wax.
Need a little mini Indiana Jones running in front of that one on the way down, didn't you? Oh,
so you can see, where this wax was sitting. So this is it was actually stopping this skin from migrating out of the ear canal. So what we've got here is just interwoven. It's very similar to the last video, actually. Interwoven skin, which is all just, again, it's stuck to the ear canal.
That's deceptive, because that looks really. It looks soft. It
wet. Looked quite soft to start with.
I thought that was going to just go into the tube. I really did.
So you can see we're actually struggling to get a grip on this with the suction. So I was just going to say, we do swap tools at some point. So we've got the trusty rosin inserter. Now, the reason I'm using the rosin inserter here is because this is a little more on the dry side. I'm hoping that this is going to all hold together. So as we get a good grip through that little gap,
it's certainly pulling forwards, isn't it?
Yeah, you can just see that. That's where it's kind of unfolding there. So we've got a little tiny gap that we've spotted at the top.
That's good.
So all I'm doing here is just trying to loosen this off the ear canal. Just trying little sections of this skin. Again, we can't really dig this in anyway, because that's just going to be too unsafe.
And it's because you're in that sort of more medial portion of the ear canal. It's really thin skin.
Yeah, we're in the osseous portion.
Yeah,
Potion.
We can give it a portion. So, it's really thin. Is the skin there? We say 0.1, 0.2 mil thick. It's not very thick at all. So even at rosin insert, the end is quite narrow. So you can scrape that skin quite easily.
Yeah. So we've popped in here with the crocodile forceps. So we've got these little bits of skin that are kind of sticking out. We've got somewhere to grip. Now you can already see we've got a good grip on this section of skin here. Very slowly pulling out, and you can just see that. You can just see that as we were pulling that portion of skin, it's actually pulled a little section behind it. So we've got another part that we can grip onto here. Very slow again. We can't just whip this straight out. We don't know at this point if this skin is still firmly attached to the ear canal underneath. We don't want to risk any damage. We don't want to risk any damage in the ear, because that will obviously put the patient at risk of infection, and they'll probably end up coming back to us saying my ear's hurting. So very, very, very careful
with that one, because we can't. When we show you can just about see the pars blaster, but you can't see the pars tensa. Now we were talking about the epithelial cells that they're migrating off the eardrum. So if you've got a piece that's stuck quite close to the bottom here, potentially that could be stuck to the pars tensa, couldn't it? So if you go in and you yank really quickly, that sudden momentum of that coming away, if it's attached to the pars tensa, it's going to be really uncomfortable, and B, you could risk causing damage to the actual eardrum itself, which is why you've got to go really slowly for these.
And you can see I'm going very